Hey guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. What we're going to show you guys today is absolutely insane. Tim here just stuck a 7-pound smallmouth. We got the whole thing from the cast to lipping that fish, the whole thing on video. We're about to show it to you. But before we do, I'm going to kind of set the stage, explain what's going on here. First off, we are nowhere near home. We are out with a bunch of buddies. We decided we wanted to go try and catch monster smallmouth. So we got a group of guys together from California all the way to Arkansas, and we just all started driving towards center. Tim and I drove for 2 days to get here. The whole plan was just to put our heads down and grind and see if we couldn't get a monster out of the group. We knew we had enough guys. We all put our heads together. We could get this thing figured out. Well, today it happened. Actually, it happened before today. We've got 8 guys on this trip. 5 of them have already broken their personal best. But Tim here's got this monster 7-pounder. It's insane. So what's actually going on? We're fishing this lake, and the water is coming up so fast. We've got storms. It's actually just drizzling right now. So the water is just flooding and flooding and flooding into the lake. But above us, where it was sunny, we've actually got snowmelt coming down as well. So this spot we're fishing, we found this a couple of days ago. Water was 51 degrees. That's why we came here. It was fairly warm water. The fish seemed to be moving up, getting aggressive. Well, the water has since risen 6 feet in 2 days, and the water is now 44 degrees. It came from 51 all the way down to 44, but these fish have nowhere to go, and they are chewing. So I'm going to stop right there. We're going to roll this footage, let you check it out, and then at the end, Tim is going to explain from his end what just went on.
That is a stud. That is a giant smallie. That is why we brave the storms, the woods. We're running 60 miles one way for that fish right there.
Let's get a weight on her.
Seven 0.
Get that camera. Seven-pound smallmouth. Yeah. How crazy was that fish? I told you that Tim was gonna talk after that video, but honestly, he didn't really want to talk about himself, and that's perfectly fine. I understand that. But let's recap kind of what went on there. What you were looking at, we were fishing a flat with current running past it. So it had created an eddy or a slack water spot. So we had current running by, slack water inside, and those fish were coming up and sitting in that slack water so they could still feed aggressively without sitting in the current that was pouring downstream into the lake. So those fish were just bunched up in there. We were getting bit on almost every cast, and then Tim got that monster. That fish came on a 1/4 ounce head, swim bait head, with a 4.8 keitech on it. He was throwing a chartreuse blue keitech, just a medium retrieve. We were fishing them up off the bottom. So the smallmouth, they were in there just sitting down low, looking up, looking for kokanee. Essentially, we're running over the top and they just shoot up and eat that bait. And that's what happened there. Now, when it comes to catching these big fish, I mean, it's fun to watch that video and see that we came here, we did what we were hoping to do. Tim got an absolute monster. But you also need to realize that those things come at a price. When you're watching us driving up and down a lake, and we're driving 50 miles each way, and there's wood in the water, that's going to come at a price. So we don't want to show you the good without telling you about the bad. The unfortunate part is that we're on this guy's trip. We showed up with all these boats. Everybody was here to smash these smallmouth. One of those boats wrecked. One of our good buddies, somebody who's been in the videos before, he probably doesn't want us to say he crashed his boat, so we'll leave his name out of it. But they were running down the lake just like we were every day, and they caught a log. Unfortunately, it was a log that wasn't even on the surface. They didn't stand a chance. Never even saw it coming. 65 miles an hour. Tore more than the lower unit off the motor. Tore off about half of the motor. Completely shattered his transom. Boat's totaled. $60,000 boat. Total loss. The guys got thrown pretty good, but they were able to stay in the boat and get to shore. But we didn't know that it had happened at first. So long story short is it took all the way until about 3:30 in the morning to locate those guys out on the lake. And then obviously they headed home early. They're home safe now. Everybody's safe. It worked out perfectly. But the reason we want to bring that up is when you're setting goals and you really want to go out there and catch a monster fish or whatever it might be, or if you're doing something like this where you know those fish are super far away, know that it comes at a cost. You're seeing that little snippet where everything goes right, but it's not like we just pulled up to a lake and smashed them. It took some days and it took some real risk, and some of us paid for it. Everybody's safe. Remember to wear your life jacket. Keep that kill switch on, because you never know when you're going to be running down the center of a lake. There's going to be something out there you never even see. But congratulations again to Tim. Absolutely monster smallmouth. That's his new personal best. Just a truly incredible fish. And hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. There's a bunch more great content coming from this fishery, back home, and just about everywhere in between. We'll talk to you soon.